Hey there, folks. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bam. It is. Come on. 5:55 a.m. Friday, March 3rd, 2017. How's that for an attitude, huh? That's something I created inside. It's a beautiful picture of a cougar, but it's one of two uh, spirit beings I made inside my body to help me deal with the insanity still happening on the other side. Anyway, I want to talk about these earthquakes that are happening so much in New Zealand. Uh, it's important you understand what's happening and why. Something's real exciting. I'll tell you about it. Some things are borderline. There's one video that I talked about on the internet that someone touched up and photoshopped a little bit, but trying to make it more clear, but it's actually a real thing. It should have been left the way it is. It was about the Zetas. It wasn't the Illyrian or the Drak. That's the beauty of those. They're just so exact. When something is right as it is, folks, leave it the hell alone. You can take something that's correct and push it and turn it into like it's almost like a soft lie. It's not a lie, but you're putting dirt on a good, simple, clean truth. Anyway, I'm not trying to make a big thing of that. I'm just, those of you that really care, come on, let's keep everything right and on the up and up. Anyway, all these earthquakes. I want to talk about the earthquakes and then stone. Some important stuff about stone energy. How to use it. If you look at Australia, I have to do this backwards. Not Australia, New Zealand. If you look at New Zealand being like this, the part that's towards the ocean, I guess that would be this side. Where I've got that backwards. Anyway, the part of New Zealand that's a little bit south and east, facing the ocean, of course. From about the middle of the island and down, there's activity going on everywhere around there, but it's Gaia. Gaia's over there, literally breaking off parts of the ocean. I'm talking with her right now. I'm looking at her, and then we just do thought process. But I was talking with her this morning. A friend of mine, very good friend, and my brother Raj lives out there. He's another very strong, wonderful focal point of Arae in a body. He was talking about all the upheaval going on over there. So I just went and looked and talked to Gaia, and it's Gaia and Gaia, the two of them, just literally taking away a little bit of the meat of the island right over there. That's multi-purpose. The main purpose is to literally tear up what's been down there at the bottom, hiding. Some of the folks that have been here running the planet, the Anunnaki, the problematic Anunnaki, not the good ones. So she's just doing that, plus she's clearing a little room. I've talked about Lemuria coming back for years now. It's even in the first book. It will be, and it's already on the move. I've also told you that the other side right now that runs everything, it's chaotic as hell. There's little broken off pieces of Aramelius and Lilith running around being stupid. What came from Lydia and Armelius, the other pair of clean source spirit, large stuff from the very beginning, they're taken care of. There's a lot of good folk that came from them that are being stored and protected. They'll be coming out later. Our family is a whole lot better than you think. If you have a family of 100 people and you have 20 people that get stupid, it can seem like the whole family's a problem. It's not. There's more people with heart than there are without. But so this thing with Gaia, and Gaia's backing her, helping her out a little bit, but it's almost all Gaia, just moving Earth around. And Lemuria is coming up a little bit, okay? There's movement. There's places on the beach in Australia where all of a sudden, new parts of land are just sticking up on the beach and stuff. It's like, okay. So it's not the Anunnaki getting ready to crack the world in half. It's not the government's using HARP systems to attack everybody. The city's going to fall. We're going to die. You're going to burp and your body self-implodes. No, folks. Something else, too. I don't have time to do emails and stuff, but Deanna is doing so much. I got to help her anywhere I can. She's coming over, taking over this house. All this, everything here. That's all for her to continue this. The property, everything. She's a very beautiful, awesome, incredible person and being. But she's very private. And she doesn't like me talking about her too much because she has a private life. She does. And she has a lot to do. As intelligent as she is, she's just... There's only so much one body can do. And you need time away. This work is 24/7, folks. I think it's 25/8. So anyway, I was going through the emails, and here it is. Oh, but the thing about this place too, I set it up for a reason. The way it is, I have a huge shop right here in the property. It's this property because it's how I like it. Nature, everything. Everything's important to me, like I've said. I consider it sanctuary for everything that's here. You can drive by, the UPS men would drive by. Not, I wouldn't get packages delivered until they found out where I was, and my mailbox has my address hanging right on the bottom of it, but it just doesn't look like there's a house. In the summertime, there's so much greenery, it's like being hidden in a forest. Anyway, so it's nice. It's peaceful. And this is important stuff that we do. You need to have access to it. You need to have a way to get the proper help you need to wake up. Okay. Excuse me. So the earthquakes, don't worry about it. New Zealand's not going to break off in half, but there is movement going on, Hawaii's going to have a little bit of that too, a little more going on. Things are going to break up. There's other islands that literally are going to be coming up from the floor of the ocean. It's already started. It was supposed to happen this year, to start happening, and get stronger next year, but Arae, the original Arae, has to be home and taking care of things before things can happen the way they're supposed to. So, excuse me, it's like I've always said, the future's always being changed, and right now the major abuse is gone. What was doing major abuse, but there's a bunch of idiots running around trying to play God over there. So they're being taken out as quickly as possible. Anyway, the other thing I want to talk about with stone energy, I've had the Dragonstone, Jasper, they're called Cabochons. They're made for jewelry. Excuse me. I love Dragonstone, Jasper. These things come in different shapes. Let me just show you three. This is rectangular. Okay. Now, it's rough. I mean, it's smooth and polished on this side, and it's rough on the other, where it's just been cut. You put water on there. I'm not going to put coffee on it. I'm not going to spit on it on camera. But if you put water on it, it brings out the beauty of the stone rough. And then there's also some like this, kind of a regular oval, and then a teardrop type of shape. This stone, Dragonstone Jasper, helps pull your energy and pull it together. This particular stone came from, it was processed in India, and it was mined in Australia. What I like about the Cabochons, okay, if somebody wants to make jewelry out of them, they can. But nice large Cabochons like this, you put them in your pocket, they're flat. Okay, you put them in your pocket, it's like having a coin. It's like having a few coins, 2, 3 quarters in your pocket. Okay, it's not going to rub a hole in your pocket. It's not going to put a bruise on your leg. For those people who bruise easy, the older we get, the easier that is to happen. And if you have one on each, you don't have to, but if you have one on each side, when you put it on you, it slowly goes into your body, and then goes, through into the core. It'll go up from the legs, go into the hips, and go all the way through the core. Plus, when you wear something in your pants, it's also going in your pants pocket. It's also going into your base chakra, which is where your emotions are. And the Dragonstone Jasper will actually help you pull your emotions together a little bit. Now, if you're wearing other stones, mine are all messed up, probably from sleeping. Yeah. Yeah. If you're wearing other stones, that energy goes into you and works independently. Now, the best way to feel, receive, and work with stone energy. Got a big piece of Dragonstone Jasper over here, but I'm using it to hold this little mic up. Here's a nice little piece of celestite. Hold it with fingertips of both hands. This is the quickest, fastest way to get the biggest hit of whatever energy is in anything. So you hold it like that, relax. Now the energy goes through the fingertips and the palms, but the fingertips especially are like energy straws. Okay, it goes in your hand, in the hand, wrist, arm, and then into the core, into your dual spirit core or Kundalini. And then this hand, it does the same thing. So it hits both sides. It goes into feeds your core from both sides, the dual spirit core. Okay, so you hold it relaxed, and it goes in you. Okay, now this is very good with the hypothalamus. Right now it's going into my hypothalamus lower, and then it's also moving up into the middle crown. Excuse me. A lot of people want to talk about the chakras and say, oh, I found 47 of them. Folks, there's over 1,000 of them in your body. It's called energy moving all the time. Have you ever gone down to a river and watched how it flows, and on the side there's all these little whirlpools and eddies? Ta-da! That's what it's actually like. I deal with the major ones. Everyone's got different this, different that, different amount of freckles, hair. Some people have it. No big deal. So, I woke up this morning and right when I woke up, where I sleep in my bed, the bedroom door's over there, and of course it's always open. Um, uh, there was something very strong and black in there, and it went away. And I looked at it, and I'm like, okay, I just connected to it. Stuff. Once you learn how to see, and as long as you have a sufficient power level, you can talk to anything anywhere. Um, so anyway, I knew it. It was friendly. It's got some of my energy in it. It turned out to be one of the angels that came from Lily and Arae, the original Arae. And so I was talking with G. Okay, it's male and female. And so I was saying, "What's up?" And he's saying, "Just keep an eye on you. Make sure things are okay." But I had a visitor last night. More than one. That's funny. Two fingers put on my arm. Literally, it's like reading. Um, there's no bruise or anything. It's like reading the skin and everything else. These little marks. That's something else. That's just a little scar, but that's two fingertips. And she was just literally reading my skin, the acidity, and everything else. It was shiny. Um, they know, I'm closer to leaving, so she's just trying to keep touching me. But she held her fingers there a long time. Wearing some kind of headgear. It's a headgear like this. Wires that come down, go to her hands. There's actually no sensitivity whatsoever. It's just a marking where it literally was pulling stuff through the skin. Anyway, I remember when I first started waking up, this stuff was so exciting, and now it's just, it's really cool for it to be like that, because your life changes. The more you wake up, life changes. It's better. You know more. You're more at ease. It helps you relax. If all of a sudden you feel something poking you and you don't know what it is, you might go, "Oh, what is it?" Freak out. When you can see the little guy doing it, pushing you like this, and he's going, "Hey, hey, hey, daddy, hey, hey," and you look at him and say, "Stop it." There's no freak out. There's no what is it that you stay calm. The calmer you are, what happens? The more your abilities flow, the more your immune system flows. There's also something else too I need to say. The Drakh have literally crippled the ability of the Anunnaki to do what they want to do here on the planet. The problematic Anunnaki. Drakh and Anunnaki are close family. They're friends, but we're talking about the problematic ones here on our country, on our planet. It's like sometimes I talk about lives. When I talk about past lives, I talk about years, because that's what it's really like. I'm telling you, folks, you wake up, everything changes. There's no more rat race. None. You do what you have to do to go by, but everything changes. And of course, the closer you get to leaving your body, the more you see, because more of you's outside of your body. The closer you come to death, the more the angels bring the information. Now, the closer you get to leaving, there's more of you already hanging out of your body, getting ready. And that's been going on with me for years. Wow. Over 2 years. Anyway, so the nice thing about the Capricorns is, okay, wait a minute, back to the energy thing. Feeling it with your fingertips is the fastest, quickest way to get it into you. Then, after that, if you make a necklace, where are you, buddy? You can make a necklace of stone energy, okay? Whatever size you want, doesn't matter that much. But if you have this is a ring of energy, okay? This is a ring of stone which has energy in it. It has living spirit, living energy in it that came from spirit, Gaia. Gaia. So you put it over your Over your neck. What's that doing? You're taking that energy and you're putting it around the core, your core energy, or Kundalini. You put it around it, okay? That's an even feed. All that surrounds your core energy, it's evenly feeding you good energy. And you don't have to walk around like this all day, okay? What's next? This is that incredibly strong star Essonite that Deanna made for me that has some citrine and some black onyx on it. Citrine is focus. Black onyx is wait a minute. Black onyx is power, but it's also got garnet in there. So that for this is for anyone. This is really strong, but it's really strong for me too, especially with the fact that I'm wearing Dragonstone Jasper. The strongest energy you actually have in you, which is very balanced, that you can put on you, that is, it's not part of you, but put on you, is Black Dragon. So the strongest actual personal aggressive attack power is going to be Black Panther. As we know, animals and energy and stone for this planet, for these bodies. Remember, different bodies, different planets, they're all a little different. And you can wear it on the outside, it doesn't matter. I just wear them on the inside. I like my stones. Deanna made, I think Deanna made all those for me. I've made a couple. Usually I just give them to her. Anyway, and other family members I've given them to, but all that slowed down because it had to. Now, when you wear it over your heart, then energy goes right into your core too, the stone. Okay, so that's good for you. Now, what's about the same as that? If you have a piece, especially one on each side, and you put it in your front pockets, girls, you have your own special pockets sometimes. However you want to do it. Just don't put don't be careful. Don't put raw star Essonite against your skin because it is rough. Okay. If it's been softly tumbled, that's one thing, but rough, no. It will scratch you. This, like I said earlier, it's like having a 2-3 quarters in your pocket on each side. It won't hurt you, and the energy goes in through the body. It takes a little longer, but once it's going, it's flowing. So, anyway, these spheres, I'm trying to put some of the, I'm not going to tell you everything I put in every sphere, okay, sorry. If you go to a nice restaurant where someone makes a real good meal and you say, that was awesome, what's in it? I said, I'm sorry, we're not going to tell you. And they're like, what? I paid for it. I'm going to tell you some of the major stones that go in it, so you know that. 2-3 stones that go in it. But not everything. And I don't tell my family members that either. It should be an individual thing. I do a lot to help my family, the other source members that are here to help you, but they have to be themselves. And they know they're strong, they can do just fine, but I don't need to hold their hands anymore, you know? I forgot I gotta talk about this Nebiru garbage. Nebiru's coming. It's gonna hit the earth. We're all gonna die. Bullshit. Take that thought process, put it in the toilet, flush it twice to make sure it goes down. Hell, flush it twice to get it all the way to Washington if you're here in the U.S. That's where that crap belongs, with all the other crap the government tells us. It's not just U.S. government, it's all of them. The only good government you can have is one that's your family. When you have a loving family with a loving mother and father and offspring, when family members, when you have something that works like that, then you're going to have sincerity, honor, peace. Okay? Till then, you have greedy assholes taking everything they can for themselves. Bush, Obama, man, they're all puppets. All they want is attention, feeling of control. They're like that everywhere. I do like Putin. Everyone's human. Everyone's being pushed around and everything. Trump's going to stir stuff up because he's supposed to. It's time to just tear things apart. I don't mean making people run out of the country and everything, just to loosen things up. And Putin's coming out with a whole lot of truth, especially our friends in space. Folks, this has been around for so long, it's pathetic. 1926 was the first formal treaty that we made with an alien race. Good luck finding that. 1923 was the first meeting for this age. Well, we're actually in the sixth age, but for the fifth age, it ended. The fifth age ended winter solstice, December 21st, 2012. Anyway, a lot of you are floating around on ships and getting attention. Some of them come into the house. One nice lady I was with consult with yesterday, she heard a noise, and so did her daughter, and it scared the heck out of them. Well, they actually heard the noise in the door. What had happened was this one being, really cool dude. The mom was floating around, going to her ship, and then just floating around, looking around, and then she went back into her body. So the guy said, "Hey, cool, we got one." So not like go to get one, but it's like we got a buddy, we got a new friend. So he went down there to see her. He was kind of really tall, slender. Kind of looked like one of the Zetas. They're a little different, but kind of human-like, taller. And the head has got that little pronounced little thing in it up here. Anyway, he went into both of their ears, the left ear, and made the sound telepathically. Gave them both the sound of someone knocking on the, making noise knocking on the door. So they both heard it because it was that noise was being put in them. I got attacked by some the original human race a while back, and there's not many of those people around anymore. That was a couple days ago. The insanity's everywhere, and that was in physical body from a ship. I can't do much of anything other than go into your brain, move you around. That's my job. Okay, moving stuff around to be fancy and get attention, telekinesis. No. I don't do it, can't do it, don't want to do it. If I could, I wouldn't. I'm sorry. It's not a showboat thing. I'm here to do a job and then go home with as little attention as possible. So, and I'm doing that. But when something attacks me like this, my energy outside just breaks right out. Says, "You want to play?" So there's less than 27 of those beings left. Aggressive? Yeah. They were the original human race, so arrogant. We're going to do this to you, and you're not going to say shit about it. Wow, really? Intense pain coming from a ship. Anyway, Troc kind of like, whoa. I try to be careful about what I talk about. I don't want to say too much, but then again, sometimes I have to push the limits of what I think people are ready to hear. Just like that motorcycle, what you just heard, that's literally what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep things accelerating hard and moving and taking off. For you. Why not? Why shouldn't you know? Why shouldn't you understand? If I can help you awaken, awesome. But you need information too. The more stuff I tell you, the more you start relating it together, and it's like, damn, that crazy old fart in overalls actually makes sense. Well, yeah. I'm looking at this stuff. I know it. But I want you to know it. That's what matters. Like I said, no whoopee-doo, Jay, man. I want to give you everything you need. And I've done a lot of that. As y'all know, I have a lot of videos. And I gotta run. This thing with Nebiru, it's not coming. It's not gonna hit the planet. Oh, that's all bull crap. Okay. You spend enough time on the walking around on the internet. It's like walking on a beach, and all of a sudden, bam! You hit a hole that's rimmed with rocks and stone, and you tear your ankles up, your shins up. Folks, that stuff's there for a reason. What I tell you about becoming yourself, you need to be more relaxed. The more relaxed you are, the stronger you get. You just keeps growing. If you're running around freaking out, worried about stuff, you'll never get anywhere. So, don't let them do it to you. There is no doom coming to this planet. She's going to be in one piece for a long, long time. It might be 4.3 million years from now, a little over 4 million years from now, that she goes into a very strong phase of molten lava and stuff. So, and that's not going to be exploding, it's just a cleansing. It's like water hitting the leaves, trying to take some of the chemtrail crap off it. There's a video up there about, we live in a dual, it got sent to me, we live in a dual reality. You look to the left, you see a sunset, a pink sunset. You look to the left, then you look to the right, there's a pink sunset. You look to the left, there's a second pink sunset. We're in a dual reality. Folks, it's called chemtrails. That's in the sky. And when you can see from one end to the other, the sun or whatever kind of light you have coming in, whether it's from the sun or moon, whatever, this is coming from the sun, it's literally hitting both parts of it, okay? And if you have some dark cloud overhead and it's cleaner, like here's a big cloud and then the cloud goes away over here and goes away over there and the light's still huge coming in over here, the sun's pretty big, then you're going to have the light over there. Folks, if something's not right, I'm going to tell you and explain it. Okay, well, so don't worry about that crap. It's bull. So more, and folks, March 8th is the end of the consults, okay? I will do small private events, be up to an hour. To hook one of those things up, it's going to be $1,200. Okay, Number one, I don't know which to put first. Number one, I'm stronger than I've ever been. Ask the last two people I cranked up. I'm literally having to be careful. And I am. But and number two, unless it's that important to someone, folks, I'm not going to be around much longer. I still have stuff I have to do. I have to make sure that everything's set up here for Deanna to keep going, so that all of you have access to what you need to keep going. And other things in my personal life still dealing with. The stupidity of stuff done by idiots, and also here in body, and idiots on the other side. I'm still killing crap over there all day, all night. It's stupid. Anyway, whatever. So I want you to understand this, that big increase and everything. So that there's people that charge more just to give you a quote unquote psychic reading. And I give you a gift that lasts forever. I put my source energy, original Arae source energy inside you. It's very clean, very powerful. And depending on the individual, 5 to 10% of that will literally stay with the bond with your spirit and stay with you forever. So, more strength, more fortitude, stronger abilities to this life in this body, but then other lives too. It's a permanent thing. It can only be taken out by me, and that doesn't happen. So, somebody went crazy attacking people or something, they wouldn't be able to, number one, but number two, then something would happen. But folks, that's not going to happen. I've almost never done that. And that was when I did, it was with family members and a couple other people that got real stupid. So folks, love you. Hope I put something out there for you that is going to help. But, I did. That's why I do this. There's no end to the earth coming. So if you see that, folks, just go buy it. Unless you just want to get yourself freaked out about gloom and doom, it doesn't exist. And I want you to understand the Capricorn thing too that I'm doing. They're slender. They go right in your pocket without hurting you. And sometimes it's as nice to see the shiny part of it as it is the rough part. You take rough stone, put a little water on it so it shines for the moment. That's beautiful. Of course, it's nice, shiny too. Anyway, folks, that's what's going on. The earthquake thing, that Gaia literally said she's just shaking stuff up. So there's issues over there. There's on New Zealand, on the one coast, there's it goes out a little bit and then goes really straight down deep. I haven't looked at it on Google. I don't need to. I'm looking at it right now. And I don't have time to do that. And I think you can tell by my attitude, I don't care to. I'm tired. And I got to do what I got to do, and I trust what I see. The more you relax, the more you trust, the more you relax, the stronger you get, the easier it is to trust what you see, especially by talking with each other. And when you see something a little different than someone else, please remember that you're seeing an image that is your means. It's like a immediate language for you to communicate. Okay, to understand what you're seeing. A lot of things you see as energy through energy, or completely of energy. You have to have some type of image in your brain that fits you best. So you can have different images of something, but you get the same idea of what it is. That's what matters. And sometimes when you get a few people together, everyone's going to get some help seeing a little something different, so that everybody together puts together a picture and it's really strong. So, but the more you trust yourself, then the easier it is to just, to be yourself. I mean, who you really are. I've got a ridiculous power level, but so what? Y'all can be incredible seers. You can do so much. Communicating with animals, helping other people, helping yourself. This, I don't really want to end this on a crazy note, but two things I'm aware of, and so is some of the other stuff that's in a body anyway. Number one, the more relaxed you are, the better decisions you're going to make in your life and moving forward, becoming yourself, getting through each day. The less you care about the little things that are supposed to keep you off balance, you'll have more balance. And two, in regards to me and the other side, because I'm soon to be home, and it's obvious. There's nothing. They say there's nothing more dangerous than something that doesn't fear death. The more that you understand that being in a body is a temporary thing, and you take away the fear of death, you're going to live a better life, big time. But there is something more dangerous, and this is what I'm literally, the other side knows. Right now, before you ever hear this, this is being recorded. Okay, it's easy to pick this stuff up, especially when the cameras have Wi-Fi in them. It's easy to access. The only thing more dangerous than something that does not fear death is something that's anxious to leave. So change is coming, big time. It's not going to be for a while, but before I go, I'll be making a large purchase overseas, but that's not a long time away. I don't expect that to be for months and months. And Deanna's doing so much work. She can't. There's no way for anyone, me and her together, could not get out all the orders, and still do everything else that has to be done. So there's going to need to be a minimum purchase. You'll see that on the website. Deanna will take care of that, folks. That's not being greedy. That is a necessity just to get things done. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to knock out some more spheres. Got 3 more I got to make right now, and then I have to make a stock of them. And this with the spheres, I'm upgrading them a little bit. The stone is in there strong, folks. Depending on what it is, we use nothing but the best labradorite, lapis lazuli, sometimes danbarite, celestite, and all the stone is cranked up. Dragonstone jasper, citrine, all kind of, just you name it. I mean, some of the stuff is expensive. Look at that. That is beautiful citrine. I don't know how to hold it where you can see it properly, but that stuff is beautiful. It's grade AAA citrine. Turritella, agate, for the shamanic journey stuff. So it might even be 2 weeks. I expect less, before the information on the spheres is all up there properly. There'll be the regular one, and then there'll be the same thing that's made personal. Okay? When it's made personal, I read your frequency. Deanna does it too. That's how she makes those necklaces. Siobhan, Berjou, Eileen, and there's others. They can all do that. It's easier to do when you're really strong And all those frequencies are part of you. When you see it in someone else, you recognize it immediately. So if I wanted to, I could take something and just change the frequencies of it to make it more for you, and I can do that inside the star Essenite, but I don't really want to do that. I use the right stones for you, and then I literally change it a little bit. So a lot of you know that, when I go into, or other source members go into, you can feel it, something's going on. Especially where now getting you to feel your auras, feel what your aura is, and gets to the point you can't, all you do is, you can feel your energy everywhere. You can't feel any kind of layer, it's just everywhere. That's because it's over 10 foot or more over your head. It might start here, but it'll be either anywhere from a few feet to 10 feet over your head when done. It's what you're supposed to be. It unlocks your ability to flow through your body. And that's not a psychic reading, folks. There's no such thing as psychic. I never could stand that word. I open you up, I evolve your body, your brain, DNA, cells. Anyway, folks, love you, man. Have a good one. I hope today's kick butt for you. As insane as it is for me and Deanna and family members that are in the middle of doing this, moving it forward, having to deal with some idiot source on the other side, as much of a pain as it is for us, folks, for everyone else, which is a incredible vast majority of everyone here on this planet, things are really getting good. Okay, so don't compare that with what, like the chemtrails and everything else. The Anunnaki are literally being ripped apart. They're at the point now where there's no way they can say we can still function properly, because they can't. So there's a bit of a waiting game going on. They're in trouble and they know it. But the last thing they're going to do is release, is to call back what they've been telling others to do. They're going to have those chemtrails going until the day that finally they're taken away. And they'll never say to quit doing it. And then the governments will be made to stop doing it. It'll be by the drock. So they'll have, I expect they'll have an offer that if they want to keep doing that chemtrails, then they need to live in a institution, in a building that has that in it, so they can breathe it. So, folks, love you, man. Take care.